Okay, well, I'm thinking of making up another mix. Got a container here. I'm only 1 notch down, 1 notch right, because it's very overcast and it's late in the day. I did find that the 1 notch, no notches over and no notches across, it didn't seem to work too well for our sunset thing. So there we've got my pallets. But what I'm going to do with here is I'm going to basically, I'm not going to wet them up, and I'm going to let them expand naturally into the medium, because I'm wondering if the organism has to grow inside the newspaper cellulose granules, I suppose, in a way, and therefore they can build up, increase their the microbial density, and therefore enzyme production and everything in the granules, and somehow that is different to so basically that's what I'm going to have, because I'm just going to show you. So I'll set this one up tonight to go tomorrow, and we'll see how they expand with the universal surfactant. I made up 6 bottles of universal surfactant to do 3 experiments basically, because it looks like we go to Spot Cullen, the coir, oh, there's a bee there. The coir one, so it's coir, newspaper cellulose and sand, and of course the newspaper cellulose is spread there as 1/6 through the medium, or yeah, something else is here. I know something's burrowing in there. It's really interesting. Doesn't seem to be as good as the peat. Now, don't know if the bark chip one is coming on. So what I want to do today is to make up peat, newspaper cellulose, but in granular form, and bark chip, and see if we can get the best of all the world, sort of thing. So that's what I want to do. All these other ones seem to be, they're okay, but you know, we've had these 2 rainy days, and we might actually have another couple, I don't know. But yeah, so we might get the best of that interface between the newspaper cellulose and the sand. We might get better versions of it, because that could be what's going on with the capping on there. The microbes are slowly building up in the newspaper cellulose on the top there, and then whatever gets flushed out is what's causing the plants to grow, sort of thing. Whereas if we can do it in a granular form, we can actually get that to happen in the anaerobic portions of the pot. Oh yeah, because the reason I'm saying this is we learnt from these jars that basically the anabiosis occurs within about barely an inch down into if you've got flooded sand there, everything starts, anything below about an inch is basically anaerobic, sort of thing. So if you've got that fine damp sand, you know, something around the K140 size sand, this play pit quartz-like sand seems to be reasonable. It's not quite as good as K140. K140 was amazing, but then again, we now know why that was. It was basically a 140 micron spike sand. So basically, it was, whenever you made it up, it made anything you made it up with basically anaerobic, and therefore you could have nitrogen fixation. So we're wondering if the nitrogen fixation occurs in the granules. So we're basically going to do that, and it's going to expand when we put the universal surfactant in it. So the next stage is, I suppose, we'll put some of this composted orchid bark chip sort of thing in there. So that seems to work quite well as a topping, but we might find we get some super response between having the newspaper cellulose. So this is a brown wood in a way, and that's the white wood. So that gets attacked by the brown rot fungi, things like penicillium, I assume, and anything that likes sugars, basically. Anything that has a sweet tooth. So we're basically going to do that. And a bit more down there. I think we're done. So that's it. And now we're going to have one part of this Bunnings peat. I noticed they had another brand at another shop I went to yesterday. I forgot what the brand was. It was a bigger bag, but it was more, you know, a slightly bigger bag than this. But it was quite expensive. It was $14 to $17, I think it was. So yeah, it's getting a bit pricey. So this is dry here, see. So also the surfactant helps to the universal surfactant helps to wet this up, or wetten this up, sort of thing. So put that in there. Count the number of handfuls, and there will be a bit of spillage there, fellas. One more, and I think we're done. Yep, we'll put that together. Now we're going to add 6 parts of sand, 2 for the peat, 2 for the bark chips, and 2 for the unexpanded newspaper. That could be wrong because the newspaper could swell up once we add the universal surfactant. I'm probably going to have my stick too. So that's what it looks like, unwetted and without the sand. So we're going to do that. Of course, the universal surfactant will also wet the sand as well. So that's basically, if we put it out in the sun, that's what it's going to look like, sort of. And we'll see. I suppose I could put some universal surfactant in now and see if the newspaper cellulose actually starts to expand up. I suppose that would be an idea, wouldn't it? So hang on, let me just put this down in there. And this will be 2.4 litres. I'm just going to add in here. And 2.4 litres usually covers 4 litres of sand, so this will be only 3 litres of this, but don't forget it also contains, so here we go, we'll put our universal surfactant in there and see how it goes. So this is probably going to be too much for this, but then again we have got the newspaper cellulose there which is going to expand up, so give it a go. There we go. Just to see if suddenly the pellets expand really fast, better than hot water or not. And see how they just get some data back before you go to sleep tonight. You can have some sweet dreams tonight, thinking about what it's going to look like tomorrow. Well, it seems to be absorbing anyway. Well, that's what the universal surfactant is all about, isn't it? Very rapid wetting of the medium. So you don't damage any fine root hairs or anything like that when you go to pot these things up. There's no struggle for moisture because everything's been fully wettened up, as we want to say. So, because the microfine root hairs are important for mycorrhizal interactions, that's basically where for ectotrophic ones anyway. That's where all the business occurs. Anyway, that's about it. And I can add my 6 parts of sand, 6 litres of sand, 6 parts of sand, and that will take 2.4 litres plus 1.25, or half a milk bottle's worth. But then we've already added an extra one of this, so we'll calculate it. It should be. We'll start off with another bottle, add it to it with the sand, and then do it by eye, I think, after that. And see on the other side. Anyway, that's about it for now for this clip. I'll see how we go. I'll just add the sand and see if we've got enough sunlight to do the next clip or not. Probably not. Okay, over and out.